begin with our meditation. So, finding a space that allows your body to be comfortable, whether it's seated or fully lying down, take the time to let your body ground. Settle into whatever is supporting your body and feel the points of your body that connect you to the ground, to the seat, to hold your body. Feel this sense of letting go of any need to hold yourself up and find the places that can soften even deeper into the present moment. So, starting with the jaw, let it unhinge. Feel a little space between the teeth as you relax your tongue. Start to take in slower, deeper breaths as you let your shoulders relax down, dropping from the ears. Soften into your seat, letting your hips relax, letting your legs release, and noticing whatever is holding your body. Allow yourself to soften in to whatever is holding you, even just a few more percent. And then start to notice how you can shift the focus from whatever came before, whatever was just moving through your mind, whatever task you may have been doing before. Just let that release from your body, from your mind for this moment. And take this time to feel the palpable transition. Starting to shift the focus to yourself, to your body, to your breath. Starting to notice the sensation of air as it flows through your nostrils. Noticing where in your body you feel this expansion. And with the exhalation, letting go, letting something go. Maybe it's just the breath. Maybe it's that thought that's been running through the mind all day. Maybe it's whatever task might be coming next. Just release that, let it go with the breath. And this might be a practice that we have to repeat breath by breath throughout the practice. Gently, gracefully inviting the mind to be centered, to be balanced, to be present in the body. So feeling into each inhale as you're transitioning into this presence, into the space of your practice, into this intention to give to yourself. Take notice of each inhale. Take notice of where you can expand the breath within. Take notice of the sensations of your body. And with each exhale, see what you can let go. Notice what's able to move. Notice what shifts. And it's always a loving reminder as we're doing this inquiry, as we are scanning the body, as we're feeling into the energy body, noticing what's present, what's here today. It's a gentle reminder that this is a practice that isn't about judging oneself. It isn't about needing anything to be different or change if it's not ready to. It's not about harsh criticism. It's simply noticing ourselves with love, with grace, with compassion, noticing ourselves in each moment, noticing what takes up the mind space, noticing how the body feels in response, and feeling into the shifts that happen when we focus our intention, when we focus our attention together. So, inviting yourself to set a deeper intention where you want to restore balance for yourself today, where you might need to pour a little extra love into yourself, or perhaps just celebrating yourself exactly as you are in this moment. So take a few moments, a few breaths to continue this loving inquiry, to feel into your own personal intention for your time today, to dedicate this space to you. And allow this stillness, allow this inner quiet to let that come from the space of that stillness within. So it's not something we try to force in the mind, it's something we feel from within. So take a few breaths, a few moments to feel into your intention for your time with your practice today. Feel into your body energetically, feel into yourself physically. There might be a space in the body that is holding more tension. There might be a space in the body that feels really expansive, open. You might feel like you have a lot of energy, or it might feel a little more depleted. So, tuning in, checking in to all that is here now, all that is present in this space. And as we continue to move through our practice today, we stay in the space of inquiry, of discovery, of lovingly noticing what comes and what's ready to go. So, a few more breaths in this practice of being, this practice of noticing, of becoming more comfortable, just simply being with yourself and exploring all that is here without any need for anything to be different. So, take one more deep breath, settle into your intention, and then gently place your palms over your heart space. And maybe even allow a gentle bowing of the chin in towards the chest, even if you're lying down. Feel that turning inward towards your heart. Solidify this intention for yourself into your heart space. Take a deep breath there. And then gently let the hands go. Whether you're seated or lying down, take a full body stretch. Activate your body, reaching out through the arms, reaching up through the arms, stretching out, feeling activity, action through the legs, through the toes, starting to enliven with the stretch through the body. And then exhale and release. Let every part of your body soften. And do this twice more. Feel the energetic stretch on the inhale. Feel your body expand out from the center. And as you exhale, relax everything back towards the ground. So again, feel this activation, this stretch, this lengthening outward. And the exhale, everything softens. Take a moment to prepare your body for practice by coming into a gentle seat if you're not already there. So you're welcome to sit up on a blanket or a pillow to support your hips, bringing the legs into any comfortable crossed position. And if crisscrossing the legs is not comfortable for your hips, feel free to just stretch the legs out. Sitting on your sitting bones, try to find the balance between the right side and the left. Try to find the balance in your pelvis from the front to the back. Oftentimes, I'll describe the pelvis like a bowl. And if this bowl was sitting balanced, nothing would be spilling forward or back or side to side. So we find the pelvic bowl in this balance, evening out the weight, finding this sort of center triangle between the sitting bones and the back of the tailbone. And then from that space, we lengthen up through the spine, visualizing each vertebrae stacking on top of each other, lengthening upward through the crown. And as you find this length, let your eyes close down, lengthening from the root of the spine to the crown of the spine. We're going to begin with a little movement through the face and the neck, and then moving into the shoulders. So, with your eyes closed, with the crown of your head lengthening upward, you're going to take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, draw your chin towards your chest. Just continue to feel the sensation of chin drawn towards chest, as if you could touch your chin to your throat, to the center of your chest. And take the inhale. And with the exhale, start to tilt your head to one side, like you're going to dip your ear towards the shoulder, and then come back through center and take it to the other side. And do this a few times, side to side, lifting through center, finding the length and the stretch upward through the spine. And the exhale, tilting the ear towards the shoulder, opposite shoulder dropping down. Through center with the inhale, try to keep your shoulders level as you dip your ear towards the opposite shoulder. One more to each side. Coming back through center, and to take your palm, start with your right hand, reaching it up towards the sky, and then gently wrapping your fingers around the side of your head. So it's just above your ear. Relax your shoulder blade down, and then begin to gently guide your right ear towards your right shoulder. Using the gentle pressure of your fingers, the palm against the side of your head, apply a little bit more pressure to guide the ear and the shoulder closer together. But continue to drop the right shoulder blade down your back and sink the left shoulder down away from the ear. Take another breath there. And then maybe you want to even take your left palm, slide the fingers behind the back of your neck, wrapping your palm forward, and then gently just sliding the fingers down from the back of the head down the front of the neck. You might want to give that a few swipes with your palm just to help release any bit of trapped tension there. And you can softly let that come back to center, release the palm, maybe even roll out the shoulders a few times. And then return to this length in your spine, the balance in your pelvic bowl, the lift up through your crown. And a deep in breath, taking the left palm up, fingertips lightly over the top of the ear. Deep inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale to begin to draw ear towards the shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down, left shoulder blade also softening down. Applying the amount of pressure with your palm that feels good for you. Continuing to feel the shoulder blades melt down the back to lengthen the side of your neck. You're welcome to stay here or take the palm, opposite hand wraps behind the neck, fingertips behind the neck, the palm cupping forward and pulling forward and down to open up from the back of the head to the side of the neck. And you decide how deeply you want to press with the left fingers, guiding left ear towards shoulder. And slowly release that, bring it back through center. Again, maybe a gentle rolling out of the shoulders. Maybe softly turning head side to side. As you come back through center, it's time taking the right palm bringing it to the back of the head. So you're cupping the back of your head, the part where your head and neck connect at the occipital ridge. You'll feel that little notch there. You're going to slide your palm, the thumb, to the back of the head so that the hand is wrapping around. With that, you'll let your head drop back into your hand and then slightly back to the right. So let the head fall back and to the right. Notice the opening along the front left side of your throat, from under your jawline down to the collarbone. And you can, from here, even open and close the mouth a few times. And it might feel a little silly at first, but really see how widely you can open and stretch the face, and maybe even scrunching it up with the exhale. Inhale and stretch. Exhale and scrunch. Letting the head continue to fall back into the hand, stretching the front of the throat. One more breath. And then start to come through center. Keep the palm where it is, turning your head to the right. You're going to slide the fingers so now they're cupping around the back of your head, almost like you're trying to look towards the pit of the arm. And then dip the chin down, drawing the chin closer to the collarbone, pulling back and down through the left shoulder. Feel free to soften through your face here, breathing as though you could breathe all the way up your back to the space at the back of your neck, from the back of the left occipital all the way down the back of the neck to the shoulder. One more breath there. And then gently let that release. Let your hand come down. Maybe a few rolls forward and back with the shoulders. And then we'll take it to the other side. So from here, you'll grab this back of your head, back of that occipital ridge with the left palm. So finding that place where you can cup the back of the head. Bring your head to center. Start to lean the head back and then tilt over to the left. So back and to the left until you feel the stretch down the front part of the neck and throat. You can relax your right palm to the floor, to your lap, as you lift the head up and back to the left. Then you might just stay here, or it might feel good to continue to stretch through your facial muscles and even get a deeper stretch through the front of the neck. By stretching open the face, opening wide through the mouth, expanding and stretching, and scrunching. Inhale, keep that going. Find a little bit of movement even through the head and neck as you're tilting it back, moving the face. One more breath here, and then softly let that release. Taking a breath, you're going to keep the palm at the back of your head. Just going to wrap the fingers up and around so the palm comes more over the top of the head to the back of the occipital ridge. As you turn your head to the left this time, slightly tucking chin towards collarbone, looking down the line of the body towards the pit of the arm. Start to pull the chin even closer towards the chest, letting the head hang forward and to the left. Soften the eyes, looking down towards your hip. Soften your face. Melt both shoulder blades behind your back, softening them down. And then breathe into the space in the back of the neck, all the way up the side of the back of the neck. Exhale, see what's ready to let go. Coming through center with an in-breath. Gently let that release. And once again, it might feel good here to roll out the shoulders, to turn the head side to side. Sitting tall, if you have your legs crossed, switch them to the other crossing. So bring the opposite shin in front. If the legs are stretching out, just make sure you still feel balanced and comfortable in your sitting bones as you realign your spine. Take an inhale to bring both palms to the back of the neck. Right at the point where the neck and the shoulders connect, you're going to cup your hands. So your palms are wrapping around the side of the neck. So your elbows can come forward and just drop down. And for a moment, just feel the back of your head pulling in the direction of your fingers. So you're pushing the back of your head and pulling up and back. It's this sort of simultaneous feeling of pushing the head back and pulling upward from that occipital ridge. So feel a little extra length there. And then let the chin come forward and let it lift away from the throat. And just find this nodding of the head, yes, with your fingers still pressing into the back of the head and the neck. And so as you do this, you can use your fingers for a little gentle massage, pulling the fingers forward, sliding them back up to the back of the head, and just taking a gentle yes, shaking of the head as you're using your palms to help release any trapped tension or stress there in the neck and the shoulders. As you come back through center, take the fingertips over the top of the shoulders and then wrap the palms down. So you're cupping over the top of the shoulders. And just let the elbows hang forward. Just let the weight of your arms apply a little pressure there. Just imagining someone had their palms there pressing on the tops of your shoulders, inviting the length of the side of the neck, inviting the shoulders to soften down. And then see how it feels to turn your head gently side to side as you continue to pull down through the elbows, press with the palms into the top of the shoulders. And you could even take the head and start to draw the nose into a rainbow shape, dipping the chin down as it comes closer to the shoulder, lifting the nose up as it comes through center. And see how that feels. A couple more rounds. And then let that release and let your arms shake out. Shake them out as much as you can in all different directions. Flick out through the fingers, through the arms and elbows. And then take your thumbs, wrapping them over your fingers, and flick out to the sides, bringing the palms close to the shoulders and then flicking them out and away. And just feel that as a symbolic release of any stress or tension, any energy that's prepared to leave the body. Just energetically release that. Relax your arms for a moment, soften the shoulders, returning to a nice, long, tall spine. Inhale, arms reach out to a T. And with your exhale, take your fingertips and cup them over the tops of your shoulders. So as you're lightly pressing finger pads into the shoulders, the thumbs will wrap behind and you'll lift through your elbows. So feel your elbows lift and pull the arms slightly back. So you're expanding across the front of the chest and collarbones. Elbows stay lifted at shoulder height and elbows are pulling slightly back. And then from here, you're just going to take and draw the biggest circles that you can with your elbows. It doesn't matter which direction you start in. Just begin to draw big circles, keeping your fingertips lightly pressing into the shoulders to remind the sides of the neck and the tops of the shoulders to stay relaxed. As you draw these giant circles with your elbows, feel into the rotation of the shoulder. Feel into the range of motion. Start to let it expand as much as possible. Keep your breaths flowing deeply, inviting in more oxygen with each inhale. Exhaling, letting go of whatever's ready to release with the stale breath. Start to gently take the circles in the opposite direction. Continuing the widening, the flow. Seeing how closely you can draw the elbows towards each other in front of the chest and how far back away from each other they can pull as they're reaching back and down. You might even start to feel some warmth building in the shoulders, really stretching elbows forward and upward. Do a couple more rounds in this direction. And then let that release. Once again, if it feels good, you can give a little shake out to the arms, flicking out through the fingers. And again, symbolically and energetically, even physically releasing what's ready to go, flinging it away from the body, out of the energy field. Take a deep breath, relax the shoulders down. Just notice here how you're feeling throughout your body. Is anything else starting to create a sense of gripping or tension? Is there any position you need to shift in your body, changing your seat, changing how your spine is positioned so you can feel more at ease? We'll be here in this seat for just a little bit longer, so make sure you still feel comfortable here. As we start with the right arm reaching straight up towards the sky, you're going to draw the palm back like you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder. And you can even, for a moment, give yourself a little gentle pat on the back. Seeing just how far down your shoulder blade you can pat your palm. And then take the left arm up and over. Find your elbow and pull it back as your fingers slide further down your back. Just noticing how far you can crawl those fingers between your shoulder blades without force. And then take a nice deep breath here. And with the exhale, a gentle side bend away from the bent elbow. So with the right arm bent, we side bend to the left, leaning your head back towards your palm, towards your arm. And then gently come through center. Keep the right arm where it is. Just take the left arm, thumb facing down, and slide that behind your back. And then see how close the palms can get together behind the back. They might touch, they might be really far apart. Just notice how close can those fingers become as you feel the elbows stretching in opposite directions. Take a deep breath. Try to relax points of tension or gripping, and then inhale and release. Let that go. Relax down for a moment. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Clearing breath in and out. And then with the inhale, take the left arm, reach it up. Bend at the elbow. Begin that gentle patting of your back. And inviting those muscles there at the top of the shoulder to soften. So you just gently give yourself a little pat of appreciation. And then finding the right hand to come up and over to grab the elbow, to slightly pull back and down. So you feel your left fingers sliding further between your shoulder blades. Again, remembering to not try to force anything. So if there's any pinching or sharp sensations, gently ease out a bit until you feel that broad stretching sensation. Now, the body might be responding by letting you know where it has points of tightness. So really focus in on where your body's communicating. Breathe a little deeper and see if you can let anything go with the exhale. Maybe you feel just a little melting of any tension points. Take another breath there. Soften what's ready to soften. And then keep the left arm where it is, just taking the right arm out to the side with the thumb facing down as you wrap the back of the palm behind you, sliding those fingers up your back. See if they can connect. See how much space there is between, or if they come together, Just noticing as well the difference between this side and the first side, just as an observation, just inquiry deeper into yourself and your body, your range of motion, where your mobility is today. So give yourself another breath. Try to relax what's ready to release. And then gently let the shape go. Noticing what still might be feeling a little sensitive or tender in the body. Give yourself a few little rolls of the shoulders, gentle turning of the head. And then take a nice deep breath. Exhale, blow it out through your lips as if you're trying to blow out 100 candles. And then do that 2 more times. Breathing in. Feel the force of the breath releasing out. Fill up completely. Blow it out. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm, but continue to explore deeper, slower inhales in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to take a moment to come into a standing position. Take your time finding your way onto your feet. We're going to be focusing on the knees. So you might want to find a soft position where you can bend into your knees and rest your hands just above your thighs, or excuse me, just above your kneecaps on your thighs. Once you have the knees resting above the thighs, you can kind of slowly come down, cupping your fingers over your kneecaps, and just let the knees gently move side to side. You're just feeling the sensations there as you gently move knees side to side. And then come back through center. Come back to a full standing position as you bring your palms together. Give a little clap and start to rub the palms together. Start to feel the heat that's building between your palms. And when you feel that start to really feel a burning, warming sensation through the palms, when you get to the height of that heat, cup it over your knees. And then we're going to take the knees and start to roll them in a circular flow. So whichever direction you choose to go, you're just going to roll the knees. And so you're feeling that all the way down to the ankles as the shins circling around the feet. Change the direction. And just notice if there's any crunchy sensations or clicking sensations. Just try to smooth that out, stirring the knees. Feeling all that warmth from the palms. And then come back through center and release. Come back to a full standing position. And just ground for a moment through your feet. Notice how you feel in your knees. Bring your focused awareness to the front of your kneecaps, to the back of the knee creases. Let your mind move between the right knee and the left knee, feeling any warmth or sensation that's present there. And taking an inventory of how you feel from your head down through the shoulders, through the core of the body, all the way down into the knees. And then now you're going to move the focus down into your feet. Notice your feet standing balanced. And similarly to the sensation of the pelvic bowl balancing, find this balance between your feet. As you bring your awareness into the pads of your feet, as you bring your awareness into the balls of the feet, the toe pads, the heels, the outer edge of your feet, notice that your feet are standing parallel to each other. So at the outer edges of your feet are creating a parallel line. So it might even feel like the toes are slightly turning in as you find this alignment. Just notice how that feels in your legs and your feet and your ankles. As you anchor down through your feet, start to feel a gentle shift in your body, moving the weight more towards your right, and then shifting and moving it a little more towards your left. Through center, start to press a little more weight forward. Feel how your toes become little brakes, almost little stoppers for your body. And then start to feel that same sensation of leaning back and how you catch yourself before you go too far back into the heels. So notice that point where it becomes balanced right at center. So find that calibration, balanced between the right foot and the left, balance between the right side of the body and the left, between the front and the back. So you can now bring your focus to the space of your inner arches, that rainbow shape under the feet. Feel that lifting away from the floor. Feel the energy balance between all four corners of your feet. And then feel that energy lift up through your body, finding this strong mountain pose, anchored through the feet, strong through the knees, through the shoulders, up to the crown, through the head and neck. Feel the strength in your body, and then bring the focus back down into the toes once more. See if you can imagine, like you would take your fingers and tap your fingers one at a time on a desk. See if you can do that same thing with your toes. Try to feel your toes wiggle and tap individually from each other. It might feel a little funny at first, but just imagine that sensation of one toe lifting and then lowering one at a time, just like you would with your fingers. So explore that with your toes. Do that for a few rounds. And then relax the toes. See if you can lift all 10 toes up away from the floor and stretch them out. And then softly place them back on the ground. And do that a few times. Notice how your balance might shift, how you might have to adjust where you center into your feet as you lift the toes and spread them out. And then the sensation of letting them soften back to the floor. And do that one more time. Feel that lift, stretch, and lower. And then take your right toes and imagine you're trying to pick something up off the floor with your toes. Like scrunch the toes up, scrunch the foot up, and then release. So feel that scrunch of the foot like you're trying to pick something up off the floor with your toes, and then relax. Do that one more time with the right side. And then explore that with the left side. Again, imagine you're trying to grip and pick something up with your toes, and then let it release, and then grip. Maybe even grip with the foot and slightly lift it away from the floor, checking in with your balance today. Do that a few more times and then let that go. And then with the feet still standing parallel, imagine yourself walking in place and really allow one heel to lift and then lower as the opposite one lifts. And just again, find your pace and your frequency of how it feels to lift and lower, and explore shifting the balance, lifting one heel and then lowering and lifting the other. Just notice that sensation through your ankles, through your calves, the strength in your feet. Pedaling the feet for a few more rounds, just feel into that shift. And then ground both feet together. Notice the feet equally balanced, the weight of the body once again balanced. Feel that come up through the legs, balancing the pelvic bowl, balancing up through the shoulder girdle, balancing up through the head and neck. Relax your arms just to hang by your sides and feel this balance from head, shoulders, knees to toes. Take a deep breath. Exhale and observe your body from your crown all the way down to your feet. Notice what gets your attention now. Notice how your body is communicating in this moment. Take another full breath here. And then take your time to come back down to a grounded place. From a standing position, you might come back to a seat. You might come all the way down to lying flat or finding something comfortable to support your body. Whether you prop up your head or lean your back against something, find a place where you can return to a meditative space, gently grounded, where the body doesn't have to put forth any effort to hold itself up, or can start to unwind and release. The legs don't have to do any effort. The spine doesn't have to do any effort. The head doesn't have to hold itself up. So find that place where you can relax so the shoulders can soften, head and neck can release. And you once again allow yourself the space, give your body the opportunity to be held. So as you take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and exhale it out, see if you can let something go. And this can be energetically, this can be physically, this can be emotionally. Take a flowing breath in as you observe yourself in this now moment. And exhale and see what's ready to go. Drawing your mind back to the intention that you set at the start of your practice. Notice how that feels now. Does it still feel in alignment? Does it still resonate with you? It's something that you want to continue to carry with you into your day, setting this intention to bring your practice with you into each moment of the day. Take another deep breath. And if there's any adjustments, anything you want to shift in that intention, perhaps it feels complete and you can honor it with gratitude and let it go. While we continue to give ourselves these next few moments of stillness, of this practice of being, before we have to move back into the space of doing, whatever the next task might be, whatever might be waiting in the wings of the mind. Let it be as it is for this moment and stay in the space of presence with yourself, presence with your body, with your breath, devoted to this time of giving back to yourself, to restoring and replenishing what needs to be refilled, refueled, regenerated. Just give yourself a few moments here in this stillness as we practice a soothing humming breath. And feel as much as you can this vibration through the mouth as it moves through the skull, through the head. But feel how your own vibration, your own sounding can reverberate through your vessel all the way down through your knees, all the way to the tips of your toes. This breath is very simple. It's a drawing in through the nose of the breath, filling the lungs, belly, ribs, chest. And your exhale, a slow release of the breath through the nose through a humming sound, bringing the lips together, gently pressing tongue against the teeth, the roof of the mouth, and allowing a seeing how long you can sustain the sound, how slowly can the breath release, how long of a hum can you create. And as you're hearing your own sound, as you're feeling your own sound, notice your body's response. Notice what comes of each vibration And stay in this space of discovery and exploration with yourself. Noticing each inhale, if you can expand the breath a little bit deeper, to hold a slight pause at the height of your breath. And then to notice as the hum releases out, how slowly, how much you can elongate the sound, observing yourself as you do, holding this space of loving grace as you offer this as a gift to your body, your own vibration, your own vocal cords, your own sound, creating a soothing effect for your nervous system. Feeling that vibration activating and enlivening your cells and creating this harmonious rhythm throughout your vessel to create spaciousness, to flow of ease, of energy. But give yourself one more of these humming exhales. And then feel into the stillness, the silence, and notice what you feel. Notice if you can still gently feel a hum from your own vibration emanating through your vessel. Give yourself the next few moments to just sink in a little deeper into the softness, into the spaciousness of being held. See if you can really allow yourself to surrender into that and allow yourself the space to just simply be for one or two more moments. And then we offer ourselves a hug of gratitude and appreciation, physically wrapping your arms around your heart space. Give yourself a deep hug, an embrace of appreciation and gratitude, compassion, deep love. Squeezing the heart space, pouring in love and gratitude. Take your opposite arm on top, give yourself another loving embrace. Perhaps even saying thank you to yourself, telling your vessel how much your appreciation and gratitude and love is overflowing. And bowing inward to this time you set aside for yourself. The importance of this care for yourself. You can let that go when you're ready. And feel free to stay in this space of softness a bit longer if you can. Let yourself linger in this meditative space if it's possible. Thank you. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day, balanced.